I'm often asked how we prepare to take a dog off leash, or what is necessary to know that your dog is ready to be off leash. And that's a really great question. And it's pretty easy, but a lot of it is gut feel based on the relationship of trust and communication between you and your dog. Are you guys starting to see a theme here about how important the relationship really is? So when we're training a dog in preparation, well, we're training a dog and our goal is to go off leash with them. One of the things that, let me back that up. That's not true. It's not one of the things. It is the thing. We train every skill starting with leash work. Sit, stay, down, stay, come when called, place command, and so on. For off-leash work, your recall is probably your most important skill. So the dog has an ability to move out from you, that when you say come, he shows back up. No questions asked, whether it's a squirrel or a deer or a turtle in the ground, doesn't matter. When you recall him, he comes. So you have to build that reliable recall. We do that starting with puppy sits, come, we offer reward. We offer reward every single time that dog shows up, no matter their age. It's been proven that the reward starts to have an anticipation. So the dog anticipates that there's going to be something valuable presented to him. Sure, we don't want to have to rely on that. So as we start making progress, we start a variable reward system. Variable does not necessarily mean the frequency at which they're delivered. It may mean the amount of delivery at any given interval. So in other words, I may recall you to come, you get 1 kibble. I may recall you to come, you get 0 kibble. I recall you to come, you get 14 kibble, right? It's variable. They don't know when it's going to show up or how much. You only want to remove or move to that variable distribution after you've been able to get a significant number, think hundreds of them, reliable recalls on your 6-foot leash from all around the 360. So make sure that you're not just doing eyeball to eyeball with the dog, recall, reward. Start moving around. They're working on their stay command. You're moving around and calling them from different placement. Then you're going to progress to a long line. We usually move to about 10 feet, then about 15 feet, then 20, then 30, then 50, and so on. You want to be able to have, again, a significant number of reliable recalls at various distances and under varying levels of distraction. So if I can do this in my backyard and drop the leash and walk to the end of the yard and recall the pup and he shows up, yay me. But can I do that same thing in the park? Can I go outside the fence at the dog park and have that same thing happen? Probably not the first couple of times you do it. So again, you've got to work on the skill, the distraction level, and the distance that you're practicing at. Distraction level is where you take the dog to practice the skills and to show him that the rules apply all the time, everywhere, no matter what. Later, you'll want to start adding more duration work, meaning you let the pup get some distance from you or you some distance from him. He holds a command, he waits, he waits, he waits, and a recall shows up. And then the real stuff starts to happen, right? So now we've got all this great stuff going on. Puppy predicts more often than not that we're going to recall him, and he's tuned in. Now now you need to start really proofing the skill out in the real world. Take a long line, go for a walk, release the heel. So just like we release every command, we say, okay, and we let him have 20 feet of leash. He sniffs, he snorts, he does all the things that puppies do, and off of a distraction now. So he's been in no command whatsoever. We said, puppy, come. Is he going to show up or not? You don't know till you try. If he doesn't, you still have the means to reel him in and reward, right? So we got to be careful about rewarding after we've had to give a correction, but we still have to teach, and we still have to give that dog the hope of reward showing up. Okay, so that's really, really important. Now, can you do this without tools and e-collars? Yes. It takes a significantly longer period of time. Many people are fine with that. I will tell you that if you are raising a puppy, do not anticipate off-leash reliability until closer to 1 year old. Puppies go through a fear imprint phase between 6 and 8 months old. Things that have never scared them before will. You don't know when or where or how that's going to happen. Pair that with the flight instinct period that also happens around 8 months old, and suddenly the flight may not be to you but away from you, right? We'll talk about how to get a puppy back if they're running from you later. But if their flight instinct sends them out the opposite direction from you and there's no leash on them, now what? So unless you are working with strong conditioning of an e-collar, which I support fully, I would not be preparing to take any puppy off leash until they are on the upside of about 10 to 12 months old. So can you create it sooner than that with e-collar work and conditioning? Yes, of course you can. We do it with puppies that are 5 and 6 months old all the time. So I think that's all I wanted to say about that, but if you have questions, let me know. And if I come up with anything else, we'll add a new video. Have a great day.